Alright guys, welcome to Maddenedge.com. So this is for my guy Rob the Knob. I'm back guys, just so you didn't, if you didn't know. I was on a tennis trip with my daughter, designing the heck out of this website and just writing everything in the book and stuff. So finally can get back to doing some videos, and a lot of people have been requesting the bikes. So guys, I figured out how to use them. You're gonna have to get this ebook to well, not to find out. I'll show you the roster. But there's a certain way that I did this, guys, that makes them a shutdown defense. But you have to play this way. If not, you can forget about it. They're slow, and you wouldn't believe it, but Jared Allen and the other starting end are out, guys. They can't cover, but watch how this works. This game is gonna end weird, but. You guys know when I play the Raiders, if you've seen the Atlanta video, just by default, I kind of have low scoring games because I don't take many risks when I'm going against a team that has so much team speed. So by default, my games are going to be low, and I'm going to have to break a couple big plays and so forth and so on. If I didn't have so much respect for the defense, I would be more offensive minded. But here it's all about kind of shutting them down. So guys, I'll show you the roster after, but I have stacked the right side of this line, and I didn't know I was going to play the Raiders. And I did a practice game with these guys. And broke a couple long runs right up the middle. So in running the Maddenedge scheme, guys, look for a team that has a good right side. Now, obviously, it's not going to be too effective going against Richard Seymour, okay? But unless you're in a franchise or something like that, you'll be able to hit the toss or the counter. I mean, very rarely will they have just both sides just studded up like that, okay? So obviously not going to work against Seymour, but maybe I can catch him on a breather, on a timeout or something like that, and I can break it because I have my best right lineman on there. Because when I'm going to run that toss, I'm going to have some tight ends out there, and it's all you really need with AP out there. But they have some studs and fast guys on defense. So, but about this Vikings defense, they can be shut down, guys. I'm going to tell you. And actually, I'm using an audible pack that I have been working on in secret, a defensive audible pack, and I will be discussing that one. And for the most part, only on one of those audible plays do you really have to do a hot route. It's that solid. And in the ebook, I'll be discussing that. There, I was trying to hit Shenko. I mean, it's just with the Raiders, it's just a different ball game because Shenko's going to break free from everybody else. Not everybody else, but a lot of other teams. They're just there. They're just fast. What can you say? You have to checkmate them. Catch them in a wrong zone or something like that, or else things are going to happen. Alright guys, so with the Vikings, you have to use, I'm not going to say the exact plays that I use, but the type of plays that I use in here with them. They just don't have very much team speed, but they have a couple pieces if you put them this way. So there we see we got a 3 deep zone, right? And he's not going to have too much success just running up the middle on the Vikes because they have, those 2 Williams guys down there. So for that reason, you don't really have to send a blitzing linebacker. So that's something that can make their defense stronger, is the fact that you don't have to send extra help to stop the middle run. I mean, they have to really, just run opposite of your tackles in order to get a good run up the middle. So for that reason, you could kind of guard the outside runs, with flat zone coverage, and your speedy ends. So those two tackles kind of open up your pass D, if that makes any sense. Here I'm going to play a bend but don't break because I know that I can't man up. One time here though, I go into a man blitz that is in the audibles because it's new, and I got the name mixed up and I got caught up, but it just so happened that he throws to the guy who's being guarded by my one shutdown defender in the secondary. Oh, here it is right here. And so for right here, he's able to just make the play. You know, he's not gonna, you know, get lost or anything like that. And that's the one mistake that I made. I don't want to use that blitz. You know, with the Vikings, I want to use this man blitz that is in this audible pack. I want to use that man blitz when I'm closer down there, you know, like when he's trying to punch it in, so that I can have that tight coverage, and so that if I, you know, that if he does get away, you know, with the mobile QB, then it's not that much space. So the guys are likely to have, you know, at least some better or some type of coverage. There is one where he was able to go through the tackles. Obviously on that play, you know, they kind of split out wide a little bit. Anyway, he went right there. But unless it's a play like that, you can't run. So you can feel safe calling 3 and 4 deep zones with the Vikings. Here's a 3 deep zone. And there's just poor tackling. So I could have had 2nd and 15, but because the play was correct, he gets nothing. If that guy is a better tackler, so, but he's not. Yeah, here's I got out of that. I was about to make that same mistake with that man blitz. And here we go. So these are all audibles in this pack. I'm telling you, I got these 5 plays are crucial. You have to hot route one of these plays, and everything else. I mean, I didn't have to. I mean, a couple times I came out of it, but it was in certain situations where I knew, okay, on my initial call, I'm just gonna call this. But in terms of being in audibles, I didn't have to hot route anything. These are all in this new audible pack that is going to be updated in the book tonight or tomorrow, in the defensive book and in full scheme book, because that has offensive and defensive things. So we were able to force. Oh, he's going to go for it. He's being disrespectful. And this guy, I couldn't get it right in front because I started. I didn't think I was going to get a game. I hadn't started recording. And so when I pressed record, it had already went to the black screen. But he was like 35 and like 18. Now here we go. And these are all, like I say, this audible pack is crucial. You guys will love this. I stayed in the audible pack for the most part. My initial calls, I had some in the 4-3 that you'll see. That's going to work good. What else? Came out in some 4-6. I know 3-4. Yeah, so I came out in some 4-3, some 4-6, and pretty much audibled into this audible pack. Other than that, see, that's what I was saying about. You know, just like on the you know, that's that Seymour. So you know, we're kind of going through the same thing on offense and defense. We're both trying to break that big run, but there's that good inside presence here. For those of you who have the ebook, you'll notice what I was talking about, trying to get this big play, and you'll notice what I do when I go for the big play. Now, remember, a big play with the Raiders might not be a score. I mean, it might be 40 yards, 50 yards, and then you get caught on the 15 and you still have to out chest. But you know, usually Percy Harvin is not going to be able to get caught and things like that. So you know, when playing the Raiders, you got to work a little harder because they make up for your mistakes. You know, I mean, like, you have to score twice instead of once. You have to out chess unless you have a guy who's like 98, 99 speed on offense. Then you don't have to worry about it. Here you go. See, there was one where I got Harbin. And we get it. So guys, when playing, guys who are doing these nanos, I got more of it in the book. When you're playing guys with that, but when you're playing the Raiders, don't be crazy. They're gonna make picks if you throw in the traffic. They are going to make picks. Okay? So don't even think that they're not. I don't even use the Raiders anymore because I don't think it's fair. Because I get like somewhere between 5 and 8 turnovers every game. You know what I mean? And that's just like, I like to kind of work a little bit and have to think a little bit. But when you're playing them, don't be crazy. Don't try and throw. They're faster than your guys. And here there's one guys where I saw him back up, and so then I knew it was a short yardage toss situation. Didn't have to audible out. I knew I could get that yard once he backed up. I knew that with that one tight end blocking out there, although the Raiders have speed, I knew I would be able to cut it in for a yard. And this is, I'll probably do the Vikes again because I won't do them again because for offense, everyone knows how to do them. If you're not playing a shutdown team, then this is a big play offense with Harvin and Rice and Shenko is a good tight end and Peterson and Favre throwing it, or you can use the backup and you can you can run and buy time a little bit. So I won't do these guys again, but I'll show you how to do defense with them. And if you want a more detailed explanation of what I'm doing on defense, then just get the book because it's going to be in the latest Audible pack, and I'll actually explain more. So here we go. Oh, look at this. See, look at this. See, this is just the Raiders here. That was patience though. Okay. So I saw that the whole right side of the field was open. So I hot route Shenko to a slant. And guess what happens? He catches up to Shenko. So I wait because I know the Raiders' speed. If that was any other team, if you have a good tight end out there, he's going to be able to get some type of space. Now, if that was Gates, Gates would have got free anyway. But Shenko's not quite as aware as Gates. So, he's not able to really get free because the guy is just a better athlete than him. So I had to wait for Harbin to clear. And believe me, I had to wait. I had to show patience. Because why? Because it took a while for him to get past the guy that was guarding him. Normally, he's going to clear. I heard we're trying to get that inside. I think this is the one where I make the wrong read. Look, you see that? See, I see him. The guy's falling down on the right side. That's a drive killer right there, guys. That one wasn't, but yeah, it is actually because I had the first down. I ran, like I said, I strengthened up my right side, and then I didn't trust him. I cut back left too much just because the Seymour had been beasting through the whole day. So that's a situation where I could have kept this drive going. I just felt like he was going to blitz up this middle and try and stop that right run. Let's see if I'm right. That was right. See, he would have got through. Toss would have been a good play. That's called making the wrong decision. So there we go. So we're getting 3. We can move the rock, but once again, you kind of got to get into like a first and goal situation, or you got to break like a 25-yarder if you're playing against somebody who's good with the Raiders, because for the most part, if they call a basic defense, like any type of like basic man zone defense that has decent coverage, any type of good solid zone defense, they're gonna be there. And if you call like a man zone, then it's they're there. So you have to catch them kind of like when they're overplaying something, and you checkmate them. You guys want these audibles for this is I'm really, see, the reason I like the 4.6 so much is because you could do it kind of like everything out of one thing. This one, but it didn't have very much curl flat coverage. Okay, this one is like that, but it has curl. This audible pack is like that, but it does have curl flat coverage. So it is, and it has. If you have a good team using this audible pack, the Vikes don't have a good defense. If you guys didn't know that, well, let me take that back. They have a good line, but for the Maddenedge scheme, they do not have a good defense. And their secondary, I think, is horrible for the most part in any scheme. But I had to make some adjustments with those defensive ends, obviously. They have a great defensive line for the Maddenedge scheme. And if you adjust the roster the way that I did, then I think they're shut down, I think. Well, I wouldn't say shut down. Because their corners are kind of whack. Yeah, like I said, their secondary is not too good. But because of the defensive tackles, you could drop more people into coverage. So unless a person is just gonna straight up attack you, just attack your weakness in the secondary and just say, okay, if they're okay with throwing a couple picks and just attack you, okay, well then they're gonna score on you. It doesn't matter what you do. They're not gonna score, like all the time, but there we go, trying to get that run, break a big run. I don't want to be risky, get sacked, get a fumble sack, anything like that. What the Raiders do, a lot of team speed. But so like, let's just say a person comes out in 3 or 4 wide, and they just say, okay, you know what? I know that your corners are whack, so I'm going at them. Or I know that your safeties are whack. Okay, well then, if they put like an 85 receiver up against your 72 corner, even if he drops into that zone, okay, then he's going to score. Or he's not going to score, but he's going to make some big plays. Sometimes he's going to beat you, and he might score. Now, if you have 2 people in that zone, or if you have that guy in that specific zone, because you have 3 or 4 deep, then he's going to cover that zone better, and he won't get beat as much, but he's just not as good, guys. Here we go, trying to make that big play. And here we go. Watch this. Dang it, Raiders. Look at this Johnson. Any other team, right? Any other team. Revis can't catch him. Revis don't have that speed. Any other team. It doesn't matter. So, there you go. Now you got to out chest. So guys, but this lineup is good. Let's say you have the Steelers with this, with this audible pack, shut down. Raiders, shut down. Any team that has just good D. Packers, shut down. Even with the Vikes, I'm shutting out this. It's shut down. It's shut down. But like I was saying, the only way that it's not is if a person just forces the issue, and then with that, yes, they're going to get some big plays, but they're also going to throw some picks. That's like with the Vikes. with a good team, they're gonna throw a lot of picks, and obviously if you throw 50 times, you'll make some plays. But for the most part, the way that I got this set up on D with any team, you'll be good. The better the team, obviously, the less plays they're gonna make, and they still have to throw into coverage, good coverage, with any team. So I would feel comfortable running this with Cleveland. Actually, I like Cleveland, but I would feel comfortable running this with like the Bills. There we go. Trying to break that big one. Let's see if he drops back. The guy's pressing up. I was thinking fake. There's a good run. Now here I would have got in. Here I had him figured out. And guess what happens? Mismanagement of my timeouts. I think I called one earlier. Guys got tired on defense or something. So here I got to just take my points, be smart about it. Yeah, so that big play by Johnson running down Harvin. I think Johnson is like 97 or 98 speed. Harvin's at 96, I think. Was huge, right? I mean, we go up 10-0 and I ice him. I mean, I got him. So you guys should use and see, look, this is where it kept freezing, and it's like, wow. And so this is when I was thinking, oh, well, I gotta get in. This is, I thinking, I want to get in because it kept doing this kind of stuff even earlier. Like on both of my field goals, I was like, yo, I wouldn't want to have this game come down to a long field goal because I don't feel comfortable. I had to like really concentrate on making like kind of easy field goals. So that's that. Here I'm trying to go into my prevent defense. Don't get it. Can't get it called. So look at this. So then I audible into just a 3 deep that I know that has good, good coverage, but I really wanted 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deep. Didn't get a chance to get to the play call, so I'm like, oh my God, forget it. I don't have any prevents or even 4 deeps into this audible pack. I have a lot of 3 deeps, so I just go into this one here and get away with it. But I really want, with a team like the Raiders, I want 5 deep on that situation like that. But that shows you the good coverage of that play. Alright, so here I think I have decided not to kick to the Raiders, and so I'm gonna go with that old short kick, which allows all that wide coverage, and so he's gonna have to bust it up the middle. And we're coming out in 4-6, but we're really not going to use it with this team. They don't have that type of man-to-man coverage. They just don't have it. But you saw Greenway make that play right before halftime. You put him at end, and he's a beast. With good coverage from the defensive end spot, speed, pursuit, all that. So here we're going to come out in the 4-6 linebacker contain, and I like that against this look because as you can see, that linebacker contain was going to stop that wide run. It'll stop the wide run. Obviously, if he comes back, okay, you got to give up something, and if I would have used a backer or something, then it could have been, I could have maybe shut that down. But you had the 3 wide over there, and that would have been good for a screen. If he would have thrown quick deep, you know, it wouldn't have happened. So I like that play. Again, see here, right here. And I don't know who that was, but that was a good run. But the guy who was crashing out there should have cut in. But that's what you get when you dealing with awareness, guys. So with a team like this, you're gonna have to kind of accept things like that. But they're good enough in spots to where you can shut down. And that's some good zone coverage. Got these guys set up pretty good. So I will show the roster at the end. So you'll see how I got them. And they have a corner who goes to 97 at the strong safety. And that's what allowed this audible pack to really work good, because then you could kind of you could use more coverage into other sides of the field if you have a safety where you know he can cover that deep side. And because I knew that, then this audible pack worked really good with the Vikes because of their strong safety. You could use more coverage everywhere else. So you don't necessarily have to have initial coverage. Initial sideline deep coverage if you have a good strong safety. And here, so this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into that 3rd down and 5, and I was in like this, this kind of bend but don't break mode to where, okay, if he ran outside, he was going to get 4 or 5. But would he stay patient? Would he stay patient? Who would gamble first? Would I run blitz gamble first? And here we bring him up. Would I run blitz gamble first, guys? To stop that outside run, or would he try and throw first? Because obviously I was shutting down that pass, which got him into the run, right? So what does he do? He throws first, incomplete, and then we get that 3rd and long. And then we come up and make a play there, and we got him. Oh man, look, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong on this play. Look at this, but I'll be right on the next one. So it's 4th and 3, right? And I'm thinking he's going to come out and run. Boom. He comes out in a 3 wide. And so now my play that has flat coverage and blah, blah, blah doesn't work. But we're going to get in this situation again right down here. And guess what I'm going to do this time? All right, so we're going to get in the same situation. 4th and short. And here's where I'm coming out in some initial 4-3. Almost got him. The guys are getting tired. I think I'm gonna make this TO call. It's coming soon. And I really like this play against certain times. It's nice little run D. We got 3rd and 10, guys. So as you can see, this defense that I'm calling, and I'll give you a couple of the other plays. Like I'll give you the audibles. The audible pack has one formation that's really good, and then I'm coming out and calling a few other plays out of the 4-6 and 4-3. And in the book for this new audible pack, I'll give you the ones that are in the main call, and then I'll also give you the initial calls out of the 4-6 and 4-3. And situational. I mean, guys, I found 2 shutdown. Okay, I found 1 in this game, but there's one that I've been really considering for like the last week, and I'm still working on it. I just want to make sure that I can't find any flaws. So I'm playing I'm playing a bunch of top people with it, and then if it holds up, I'll put it in the ebook. But I found one for a situational call. So there we go. So we got him. So that was that 3rd down, and when he saw the play that I called just right there, he just said, okay, he's going to be able to stop it. And he didn't want to gamble. I really wish he would have, but he didn't. And so there is the Vikes D holding up again. Oh no, watch this, guys. Switching these guys around here, trying to get the right matchup. Am I going to put some tight ends out there to block? Am I going to try and get some speed plays? We're making. I'm looking to look. He's pressing up there, and try and break one. No, gotta try it. Gotta try it. Just the game before, guys, I had like 180 yards rushing. So you have to establish it no matter what. That's why you have to be able to stop. Oh, watch this play. And there it is. And he gets caught. Oh my goodness, guys. Is this Johnson again? This is Namdi. Okay, now Namdi shouldn't be able to catch Peterson. I'm going to say that right there because Peterson's faster. So I don't like that, but okay, whatever. Anyway, for those of you who bought the offensive ebook, I explain that play, why it works, to a T. So that's in the offensive ebook and in the full scheme ebook. And you guys seeing that play, you'll say, that's what he means. That's why he does that. So for those of you who you know have the book, then you know exactly what that was. Watch this though. Oh my God, watch this, guys. So this was a good little game. I felt like I was in control the whole way. Watch this. Now I was late. See that defensive end spying there? Brett Favre fumbles it. If I could have hit him going across if I did it quick, but that's just my healthy respect for the Raiders. And that cost me there. So that's where we're being a little too safe cost me, and whereas with another team I just throw it, or not throw, but I look and then I get rid of it quicker. Now watch this. Watch this, guys. The game freezes. It doesn't freeze here, but it's gonna freeze. Oh yeah, so the game freezes. So I could have got the win here, but I didn't earn it. So I'm like, oh man, this was a good game. This is exactly what. So, in short, guys, with the Vikes, use a lot of 3 deep, even 4 deep, and out chest them, because you don't have to gamble so much on the run, because they can't just gut you up the middle like that, unless they're just that's their style of play. And if that's their style of play, well then you can come out with some type of nice 4-3, and do it that way.